Oh, Trump just canceled Biden's security clearance. And I'm going to be honest here, guys. I'm not sure that I care about that. Not really. I think it's a great idea. I don't think anyone that is not the president of the United States of America should be receiving intelligence briefings, specifically at that level. I mean, unless a previous president has information that they just did not divulge, and maybe if they hear something, it could probably spark something. But I'm not sure Joe Biden is currently in the let's say the current mental condition to be able to even do that. So, with that being said, it makes all the sense in the world that his security clearance is revoked here. Keep this in mind here. This is not new information. When Biden took office, the first thing basically he did was to remove Trump from any type of intelligence briefing because he did not trust him. So what did Trump do when he got back in office? Did the same exact thing, guys. It doesn't surprise me. Like once you start setting precedents, guys, you can't basically put the genie back in the bottle, bro, once it escapes. All right, it's like opening Pandora's box, if that makes any sense also, guys. But either way, this is a suggestion via Discord. Let's go and check this video out immediately, guys.
So according to Dan Scavino, the White House communications director, happening now, he says President Trump has revoked Joe Biden's security clearances. Let's read this. If we can take it full, I'm going to read the whole post. He says there is no need for Joe Biden to continue receiving access to classified information. Therefore, we are immediately revoking Joe Biden's security clearances and stopping his daily intelligence briefings. He set this precedent in 2021 when he instructed the intelligence community to stop the 45th president of the United States, me, exclamation point, parentheses, from accessing details on national security, a courtesy provided to former presidents. The Her report revealed that Biden suffers from, quote, poor memory, and even in his, quote, prime, could not be trusted with sensitive information. He says, I will always protect our national security. Joe, you're fired. Make America great again here. So
that was like basically for his base to just like laugh out loud, guys.
This is somewhat of a piece here because as Trump highlighted in that very post, President Biden at the time did the very same when Trump left the White House the first time. He also name-checked there Her, you remember, Robert Her, the special counsel tapped by Merrick Garland to look into Biden's mishandling of classified information at the time. Remember that investigation came in the wake of the FBI raid of Mar-a-Lago in August of 2022 and the indictment by Jack Smith against then former President Trump for mishandling classified information. You remember the photos contained in the indictment of the boxes of documents in the bathroom at Mar-a-Lago and elsewhere here. So it seems like President Trump is responding in kind, although years later, a little bit delayed here, doing the same.
I mean, he did it when he could, right?
That Biden did to him, revoking President Biden's security clearances and taking away presidential intelligence briefings that are afforded to former presidents, although not anymore for former President Biden. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to make sure we got you this news in as well here.
Yeah, guys, I'm definitely in the camp of making sure that privileged information should remain privileged to the top here. The fact that I'm kind of just realizing via this post here that it's a privilege afforded to former presidents, that's a little ridiculous. So you're telling me that like Jimmy Carter was still getting like intelligence briefings, guys? Is that what you're saying? That's a tricky one. I mean, RIP, obviously. I'm not trying to say anything about the men here, but what I'm pointing out here is that it just doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't. That's not information that should be spread to anyone at all, period, guys, except for the person that actually has the ability to do something about said intelligence, guys. All right.
So President Trump saying there is no need for Biden to continue receiving access to classified information. And he says he is revoking Biden's security clearances and will be stopping his intelligence briefings. So you remember both of these cases
not a bad idea
for Biden and Trump on the issue of mishandling classified information. You remember Judge Eileen Cannon in the District of Florida dismissed Jack Smith's indictment outright, arguing that his own appointment was unconstitutional, and that did away with that case. And then remember, ultimately, special counsel Robert Hur decided that President Biden at the time would not be prosecuted since he was president at the time, although he did not exonerate Biden for his alleged mishandling of classified information, though he said if Biden put in front of a jury could not prosecute Biden or get a conviction because of some of Biden's alleged senility and gaps in his memory when it comes to some of the classified information they found. Remember,
Right. And that in itself should be enough, like should have been enough to basically remove him. Like definitely, like 100%. Like if reports are coming out, like a super official, like reports are coming out saying that he's senile, then I think it's time for him not to be in the position, leader of the free world type position here, guys. Let's be honest.
At his home in Delaware and at his office in Washington when he was vice president. That's the Biden Center at the campus of the University of Pennsylvania.
All right, guys. Yeah, guys, again, just to kind of just put a button on this here, I am absolutely, completely fine with former presidents no longer receiving intelligence briefings. I'm not sure that information should be spread out, and specifically if it's being done in like some type of newsletter or even like multiple documents being sent to a former president. Yeah, I'm not a fan, guys. I mean, what happens if that information gets put into the wrong hands, let's say? It's not something that seems to be conducive to national security. It just seems to go against it in every single aspect here, guys. All right. I think that should be removed going forward. That should not even be an option. I'm sorry. I don't know how that makes me look, let's say, right? But I'm telling you this right now. I'm not a super fan of giving privileged information to people who are no longer privileged. I do think that obviously Secret Service should be given to them indefinitely. That should be a thing that happens, right? For their own safety and the safety of their family. I think that's absolutely fair. I have no problem with it. Right? But when it comes to giving privileged information, I'm not a fan. But all right, listen, guys, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you agree or disagree, guys? Seriously, let me know in the comments, all right? I'll catch you guys later. The fact that you just made it to the end of the video says a whole lot, actually. We have a couple other channels. MrLboyd Music, MrLboyd Movie Reacts, along with MrLboyd Discusses, where I just generally speak about the things that specifically matter to me. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.